Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my podcast. I'm so excited to be here and have you here. Before we begin, I just wanted to let you guys know that I have been working like crazy on the back end of the business lately, pretty much completely revamping the entirety of my program and what we offer. And while fitness and nutrition is still such an important part, it's, part of the foundation in what part of what's needed to create your dream life, live authentically and in your truth, and loving yourself unconditionally and honoring your body. It's just that. It's just a part of the foundation. And so it's so important that when working on the foundation, we are working on it in its entirety because that's what holds our homes together. It's what holds our homes up and what keeps our homes healthy, our homes being our bodies. So be sure to check out the information in the description for challenges I currently have available, as well as how to apply for my intuitive life coaching program, the Envisage Growth Academy. And let's get right into today's episode. So, today it's going to be a really short episode, but I did want to get on here and talk to you guys about manifestation. And I feel like there's such a surge for manifesting and information in the internet right now, and everyone's going to have their own opinions, like they're completely entitled to. But I wanted to talk specifically about those of you who have been trying affirmations and trying law of attraction and trying manifestation and don't necessarily believe what you're manifesting or believe in what you're manifesting. So there can be so many things that you want to achieve or you want to create, but how can you create them if you don't even believe in them? Sometimes this takes taking a little bit of a step back and like looking at your what you're manifesting objectively and taking a step back and saying, do I really believe in this? So there's a little thing called your reticular activating system, and this is basically a network of neurons located in the brainstem that mediate your behavior. It can help you when you're seeing what you want or desire, and it influences your actions to achieve those things or to obtain those things. I personally believe that the reticulating I personally believe that the reticulating Oh my goodness, I cannot speak, guys. I'm so sorry. So I personally believe that the reticular activating system, I'm just going to call it the RAS from now on since it's such a tongue twister for me today, is pretty much part of what even allows the law of attraction to be. And makes the law of attraction work, right? So you are what you believe yourself to be. Now, if you can visualize yourself reaching all of your goals, which is quite literally what your brain needs, and you're visualizing them repetitively. For example, on a daily basis, your brain will start to notice this as an opportunity. It'll start to see that, okay, it's happening. And then you'll start to notice that things are happening in your favor. And every time you perform this visualization, you are reprogramming your RAS to look for or make happen whatever it is that you're visualizing. Now, as much as I would like it to as well, it doesn't necessarily mean visualizing yourself eating a pizza that looks bomb as fuck, and then you open your eyes and suddenly the pizza's in front of you and you're eating it, unless you ordered one. But while I wish that's what it meant, that's not where it is. That's not how it works. So, but we do have to train our subconscious to believe in things that it may not yet believe in, right? So, let's take a minute to just talk about what you believe versus what you don't believe. You believe that the sun will rise and set every day, right? I believe the same thing. Why do we believe that? Well, because we've seen it happening daily. So we know that this is truth because we've seen it over and over again. So every time we wake up in the morning, the sun rises. We go, at nighttime, the sun sets. It's repetitive, and we've now taken this as truth. It's part of our belief system. So by seeing it over and over again, we've basically given our subconscious evidence that this can and will happen on a daily basis. So to manifest, we pretty much need to do the same thing. If you've only ever had $100 in your bank account and then you're like, all right, that's it, I'm manifesting $10,000. But your subconscious is thinking, oh, holy shit, $10,000 is a lot of money. We've never had more than, $100 in our bank account. All right. honestly, ma'am, what would we even do with $10,000? Do we deserve $10,000? Right? That's what your subconscious is doing. So, from a conscious level, you know that you can have $10,000 in your bank account. You know that it's physically possible, but your subconscious is questioning whether you are physically capable of having $10,000 in your bank account or even making or getting $10,000, right? So, if you want to manifest, let's say, financial freedom, what does financial freedom look like? What does your lifestyle look like? What do you have internally and externally? What would, financial freedom allow you to do? And how would you feel? Things like this are important. You want to get super specific because specifics are important. And while some people like to use specific numbers when they're trying to manifest financial freedom, because the universe does like specifics and it does like detail. But I also believe that sometimes your reasons and why don't need to be tied to a specific number, but rather a feeling, emotion, or ability to do certain things, right? So, for example, let's take me. I could care less about the number. My metrics and income goals for the company are built off of the number of people I'm able to impact as opposed to the number of dollars coming into the company. I personally have a massive goal of impacting at least 1% of the population before I leave this vessel or the body that I'm in. So, and honestly, guys, that number scares the living shit out of me some days. But I really do know that, like, I was put here for a reason, and I know that I have a purpose and a light, and my purpose is to spread a message and impact 790 million people. And so I have that number written down, and that's what my goals and my manifestations are tied to. So when I'm building out metrics or my, I guess you could say, income goal, I base it off of the number of people or families that I would have to impact on a yearly, quarterly, monthly, weekly, daily, hourly, etc. basis to hit those numbers. And this is how I would come up with my financial freedom goal. Because as it is important for me to be financially free, it's just as important for me to be living in my truth, living authentically, helping people along the way, and really fulfilling my purpose and my purpose in this life. So when I do visualize a lifestyle that I live. I do, I see the people that I'm surrounded by, and I see the people that I've impacted and those who are sharing and spreading the message, our message, right? Strength in numbers. I see that. And that's super important to me. But while this is my major goal or my life goal, I also will break that down sometimes. I'll manifest in smaller numbers as a way to work up to my larger goal. So, my life visualization, I do about 3 times a week. And I like to do mine in the nighttime. Some days I'll do it in the nighttime and in the morning, but I do an in depth, about 10 to 20-minute visualization in the nighttime. But just shorter term goals and like shorter term manifestations that are going to build upon each other to create the big picture. Those are done on a daily basis. That's every single day, right? Because and I'll do these for, maybe a month or maybe a week or maybe a month. It just really depends on how long it takes for that manifestation to become my current reality. So for you, I want you to do today, I want your takeaway, I want you to write down all the specifics, get all the specifics laid out, and I want you to make it a nightly or morning practice to visualize 10, 15 minutes. Now, if you want to do an entire life goal one, which this can change, that's another thing, and that's just a whole nother episode that we'll get into. Humans are not meant to stay the same. So your best day, your best life, your manifestations can change, and that's okay. Or you might manifest something that you're like, yeah, this is exactly what I want. This is for me. And then when you get it, be like, shit, this is not at all what I thought it was going to be. That's okay too. But I want you to find out a routine that works best for you, whether it's the morning or the nighttime. And then if you want to do your massive manifestation, that can be on, it could be once a week, twice a week, or even 3 times a week like me. And then you have your smaller manifestations, which you're doing on a daily basis for the 10 or 15 minutes. And I want you to do this continuously or repetitively on a daily basis for at least the next 30 days or so. If you want to write this stuff down in your journal too, that is also extremely beneficial because now you're revisiting it multiple times as well. And the goal here is to kind of reprogram your subconscious and reprogram what your beliefs are, because a belief is just something that we've seen over and over again, right? And I love to use the analogy, the analogy of your goggles, right? So everything that you're seeing, hearing, touching, tasting, experiencing in this world is what your subconscious mind has created or learned. And everyone has a different pair of goggles or subconscious beliefs. And so I can't compare my experience in this life through my goggles to yours or anybody else's for that matter, because they're seeing it according to their subconscious beliefs. To tap into your subconscious mind, you have to do it through visualization, through your thought process, and through repetition. Repetition is so important. Visualization is so important. Because now, not only have you talked about what you want to manifest, right? You've written it down, and now you're seeing it. You're seeing it through your eyes. So to change something, you have to actually change what you believe, what you're currently seeing through those goggles. So, like I said, my takeaway for you guys is to start a routine, whether it be in the morning or the night or both, where you're doing a 10 to 15 minute visualization of whatever you're manifesting. Get super, super specific and get all the specifics laid out before you start doing this. Now, like I said, it's okay if things change. And I want you to start to notice just how things start to flow once your conscious mind and subconscious mind are aligned. After you do that, I want you guys to keep track of it, and I want you to keep me posted on your progress and just keep pushing forward, guys. That's all I really have for today. It's a super short message, super short podcast episode, but I feel like it's really important because I feel like the non-belief in yourself or the non-belief in whatever you're manifesting or visualizing or trying to attract into your life is a lot of the reason why people's manifestations are not coming or materializing. And it can be quite a hang up for somebody who's new and not unsure or not having any guidance. So I hope this is super helpful for you guys, and I hope you're having an amazing day. And I love you, and I will see you guys in the next episode.